I've been having this push and pull on what should I share, what do I want to share on this channel, and I've been talking to a few people and they've really helped me get clarity, and I had to go back and watch some of my older YouTube videos to even get more clear on it, because I'm seeing that, as we all should, I'm moving into a new level, or I like to say the layers are coming off. And when the layers come off and we experience a deeper experience of our authentic expression. It's more lighter. It's something that has a stable foundation in our inner truth. And it's really cool because the thing that I oftentimes share is about individual liberation. But I've been having the thinking that, is sharing individual liberation, is that enough? Is that enough to help the world change? And it is enough, because individual liberation is the only way that I got to this place where I'm sharing my truth. And as I share my truth more, I step into more liberation for myself. And that has to help the collective liberate themselves. And what I just noticed about what I said is that this push and pull that I'm experiencing, this is the push and pull that we see as a collective. It's the push and pull of inner knowing and inner truth, or our thinking. And our thinking has been so deeply programmed that I don't know if we can trust our thinking, not all the time. But the liberation is to be able to speak from your truth, from your individual truth, not about what others have said and not about what they got going on, but what do you know to be true for yourself. And I guess, that's what I'm experiencing, and I'm knowing what is to be true for me, and I'm questioning, is this knowing that I know to be true for me, is this good enough to be shared? Will this help others? But it has to be, because it's about an individual coming to their own conclusion, to their own truth, to their own understanding, to their own understanding of who they are. And that's what the liberation is about. What's happening is, like, I'm really noticing a knowing and a thinking. And that's all that we have to come to. We all have to come to this for ourselves. Like, what do we know and what are we thinking? And so this is coming to light for me, but this is also coming to light for the collective. And as more individuals come to this conclusion, what do they know? What do you know as a soul? What do you know in your heart? What is true for you? That is the liberation that we're all actually looking for. We're looking to be able to have our own internal guidance, because when we listen to our own internal guidance, we're able to, we don't have to consider all the things of the world. We don't have to consider what he said, what she said, what the government is doing. We have our own GPS, which is the only thing that we truly have to consider. That's authentic expression. That's being in your light. That's shining your light as you. I used to think confusion wasn't good, because it's like, no, I don't want to be confused. Look at all the confusion in the world. I don't want to be that. But confusion is actually really good, because through confusion we can find clarity. And it's really cool that actually you have to have confusion to have clarity. And the most important thing to know is that the confusion is not coming from the external world. The confusion is coming from within ourselves. Actually, we're confused about who we are. We're confused about what we can share. We're confused about our own inner truth and our own inner knowing. And what makes it so confusing is that we're trying to consider everything around us. We're trying to consider what they think, what the government's doing, what this is doing. But it's like, when you're trying to consider all that, it's always confusing. And what's really simple and what's really clear is your own authentic expression. And that's exactly what I'm going through right now. So I'm talking to you, but I'm talking about myself, actually. Like, this moment of confusion is because I'm not being clear with myself. I'm not choosing my own authentic expression. And I am right now, because I'm creating this video talking about it. But that's what it's about. It's like coming to our own clarity, our own truth. How many times am I going to say this in this video? That's what it's about, though. Vicious little kitty cat. That's so cute. How's it going? Good. How are you? Good. Like, how great is that? You get to see a guy talking himself into his own truth. And I think that's all that we have to do, is talk ourselves into our own truth. Choose our own light. Choose our own inner truth. Choose our own passion. Choose our authentic expression. And that's how we become individuals, and that's how we start to really create safety within ourselves, create stability within ourselves, create certainty within ourselves, because we're starting to build on something that we can trust. We can't trust others. We can't trust the government. We can't trust what people say, but we can trust our own inner knowing. And when we start to rely on that, we'll have guidance. We'll have a GPS that's always guiding us in the direction that we need to go. We might not even know that we need to go there, but when we get there, we'll be like, oh, this is where I needed to be. I'm being a person that is clear. I'm being a person that is clarity. I'm being a person that is following their highest excitement and following their authentic expression. And that's how we win. That's literally how we win. We are literally being liberated from every belief, every thought, every concept, every idea that we cannot be ourselves. We're being liberated from every idea that we need something out of us to create safety. We are liberating ourselves from the belief and idea that our safety and our security comes from money, people, places, or things. It doesn't come from any of that. It comes from our own internal stability, our own knowing of who we are. We are life, we are love, we are literally a particle of God, actually. We are a piece of God. I was listening to this really cool kids parable last night, and it was called The Soul and the Sun, and it was such a beautiful story because it was just a recognition that God would not be God without you. And it pointed to the analogy that the sun is made up of candles, and if the sun was missing one candle, it wouldn't be the sun. And so it's just with us, it's like we are the ones that are able to recognize a God, or recognize source, or recognize universality, or recognize that there's something bigger than us, and we are a part of the thing that's bigger than us. We have to be. And just like the sun would not be the sun if it was missing one of its candles, God would not be God if it was missing one of its beautiful souls. And if you weren't able to recognize yourself as the light, as a candle, as an aspect of the sun, because that's what you are, that's what we all are. So to conclude this video, it's a whole contradiction, because me showing up and creating this video is actually me choosing my light, me choosing my inner truth, me choosing to show up for me. And it just makes sense. Like, that's the only way that it works. It only works as individuals are liberated, and as individuals are liberated, the collective becomes liberated. And so choose to shine, choose your light, choose your inner truth, and that's the best that you can do. And if you're able to share it, that's even better. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and we're gonna keep shining. I'll see you on the next video. Much love. Peace.